Hello everyone. Welcome on in. I've got a new build to show you all. I like to think of it as a kind of a stone golem animated by rot and plants and vines and such. Using a lot of the new DLC stuff. Got the spiky Curse Blade mask and the Dryleaf arts and some punching and such. Yeah, is a stone monk. Look at that. He runs around, he kicks, punches, and then he plants himself back in the ground. I've been having so much fun. So much fun with this guy. His name is Budding Thorns. Look at him right there. It's just a little creature. It's a little creature, animated. Actually, not even really a creature. A little golem, animated and ready to punch, kick, and do poison. We got the Dryleaf arts footwork. We've got the bone bow, mainly with poison arrows. We got the poisoned hand in the offhand for the poison proc. For talismans, we've got kind of a poison kicking, multi-hit Ashavor setup. Armor-wise, I went for kind of a golem-looking look. So we got the Curse Blade mask. We've got the full bloom chest piece there, and then we've got the bull goats for stony curled. They look like a stone guy, and that's kind of the design here. He's just he's a little plant stone man that does poison stuff. And then you saw right there with the transition, we've got poison flower blooms twice as the kind of finisher and gap closer, and also it really breaks guard. Like if people are hiding behind their fingerprint shield and you hit them with that, it'll pretty much instant guard break anyone just because of how hard it hits. And yeah, like when I designed this, I wanted to make someone who used the Dryleaf arts, sort of a monk vibe, but then I wanted to do it in a different way. I didn't want to just, I didn't want to just be Dryleaf Dane. I wanted to do something more thematic, and then I found out that the poison flower blooms twice could go on this build, or the poison flower blooms twice could go on the Dryleaf arts, and I realized that that would be fun. A poison monk would be fun, especially because I was already playing through the DLC with Ganondorf, who is a arcane caster with kind of quality strength and dex, and so this is a reskinned version of Ganondorf. I still have both of their physical presets saved in the character creator, so I'll switch him back over to Ganondorf's the next video I'm working on. I'm working on an updated DLC Ganondorf. But yeah, they're both the same stat spread. Anyway, so here I wanted to talk about, I guess, fight clubs. Is if you get to a fight club like this, you can tell, just based on what's going on here, that this host wants the summon to handle things. The host, when you can tell that the host is running a fight club, you know that they don't want to die, because if the host dies, the fight club is over. So you can almost always, as long as you can see both of them, you can almost always get the host to not play seriously, not take it seriously. And if you're pretty confident about killing their summons, you can get them done fast, because a host is almost never going to come to the defense of a summon in the same way that a summon will come to the defense of a host. Because, again, with fight clubs, the host existing is what keeps the fight club going. and they're also hosting a fight club. Like, they want to watch other people fight. They aren't really that interested in doing it all themselves. So, you know, if the host is by themselves, kill the host. But if the summon looks like easy picking, and you can tell that the host isn't really one who's going to like go out on a limb for their teammate, just kill the summons, and then you get to kill the host when your Tauntest Ton buddy shows up. I love finishing with this because I always just plant myself again. Eddie's such a little creep. I mean, I wish I could see his face, but the rune arc thing always gets in the way. But I love just the reactions I get from people when I just sit down and plant. And it's so fun. I've been thinking about switching out the Shard of Alexander for the two-headed turtle talisman, just so that I have more chase down. Because one of the things, I mean, I like it in almost all my builds. I like having relentless stamina. I like being able to keep coming at people longer than they expect. But especially for kind of a stone golem monk automaton, it makes sense. And I'm never quite doing enough damage with the poison flower blooms twice to kill them anyway. It's almost always more just a huge damage bump. And then I keep coming at them while they're panicking and trying to heal. So I think it might be better. I'm gonna try it out next time, going more stamina regen and less outright damage. This is great. I love this. Just knowing the level and being able to make those jumps blind, and then trusting the host that they know that they can drop off a thing, and following them. Don't trust hosts. They don't know where they're going. They don't know. You gotta remember, I always forget that if you're in an invasion, it's usually this person's first time in this area, especially in the newer areas, and that they aren't familiar with it, so don't trust that they know where they're going. You'll get yourself in trouble. But, you know, they died first. Anyway, so this one was fun, but this was going for a while, and I didn't get the beginning of the invasion. So you got me coming in partway through. I think I've probably used like 2 of my health pots or something right now. So I'm about halfway dead. Out of about half of my heals. But we're in this little nook in Farum Azula, one of my favorite places to fight, because we got all these beastmen allies. We got the ones with the shields and the swords, spinning around and jumping. We got the ones with the curved throwing knives, adding some range support. There's a lot of nuance to these areas, and you got a bunch of allies if you get here before they've killed everyone. So it's always fun because you can lead them back and forth through these little corridors to get yourself a bit of a respite while you're doing it. Oh, something I haven't said yet. All of these were taken in the last couple weeks, so before patch 1.14, where they've buffed my Dryleaf arts. So I will, I'm excited to give this build some more of a go in a little bit, and see how much that damage increase on the kicks will be, because I'm excited to see that. But I've backed off, I've thrown down a Warming Stone. I think I have a heal left still, but you don't always use them when you don't have to. And I'm just trying to get him. I'm just trying to make him make a mistake, and there he does. I get him poisoned, and then I get him to come forward on his own while the host is still in the back. And even though I started focused on the host with that kick, because I was trying to get that guard break, he overextended and he came forward before I'd completed the kick, so I was able to change targets and kill the summon. And now it's just me and the host. And this host does a lot of damage to me because I keep underestimating the angle and range of the tried and true shield poke. So this guy gets me to use a couple more potions than I wanted to, if I remember correctly. But it's still, he's left, his allies left him high and dry by overextending. I've got the Beastman still throwing, so I've got an ally and he doesn't anymore. And it's a 2v1 now. We throw down another Warming Stone, and we get to take our time with it here. Just stand here a bit while our buddy gives him some ranged harass. Tries to do some back. Switches to me. I can tell it's coming to me there. Always get behind a thing when someone's doing a big long telegraphed thing like Frenzied Burst or Bolt of Grand Sacks. You know, any pillar, any clump, any rock will do. And then you chase him down, and you kick him right in the spine, break his spine, fill him with poison, and plant yourself again. Like any good poison golem should do. And this is, you know, also volcano pots. Always a good... Everyone should use volcano pots. When I was first making this build, I had the Rakshasa pants and gauntlets, but I just kept getting killed so fast. I didn't have the survivability, and so I put on the Bull Goat stuff. And I didn't have any ranged options. Like usually with Ganondorf, I've got spells and I got some other ranged things. But with this guy, I just had the kicking. And I was looking through my options, trying to figure out what else thematically felt good for the poison thorny monk butting thorns. And I saw the bone bow again, and I realized that the bone bow kind of looks like a big thorn. And I don't know, it feels right having kind of homing poison shots on my stone poison automaton. And also it really just, like, especially in areas like this where they're both up there, like I'm not gonna go up that ramp towards them and fight them 2-on-1 on a ramp. Like, they gotta come down here. Plus, both of these people, we are in an area full of those who live in death. Like, we're full of skeletons, and here they are using fire and lightning. And these two would have had such an easier time if either of them were using holy damage and taking this area seriously. Like, there's a lot of people, like, you got a good build, it'll get you through a lot, but when you're in areas where something specific really makes a difference, just switch it up. Just put on Sacred Blade on a hammer or something. Just put Sacred Blade on your sword instead of lightning. Like, you know, take it seriously. And if they're not gonna take it seriously, then you can shoot 100 homing poison arrows at them and taunt them from a distance. Like, I don't feel bad about that. Here we go. We've got It's Ma'am trying to get us to do a duel. Their buddy in the background just watching us, because here we are right by a site of grace, so there's no, you know, nothing's on the line here. It's just a 1v1 punch out. It's become, and I love this the long haft Death Knight axe. It's one of my favorite weapons, one of the best things in the DLC, and I keep forgetting that you gotta dodge into it, not to the left, like you'll still get hit by it. But look at that. Bring out the Sword of Damnation? No. No. Absolutely not. Put that shit away. Get out of my seat. This is where I'm planting. Anyway, feel free to use this build. It's fun as hell. I've been K9Scarred. Thank you for watching. Like if you like it. Subscribe if you want to. And there'll be more.